Hey guys! Today I wanted to share with you my Inktober flip-through. For those of you who don't know what Inktober is, it's a drawing challenge where you traditionally draw something in ink. Of course, it's sort of transformed into so much more. This was my first time attempting Inktober and I had a lot of fun with it. I went with my own list for my first time. So my first prompt was of the supplies I chose to use. It's pretty simple and not very detailed. Day 2 was of my desk. I have no idea how perspective works, or shadows, but I went back in with the shadows later on, so when I posted it, it didn't have it. It was okay for a second attempt. Day 3 was when Matt proposed to me. I'm still on cloud 9. I decided to draw the characters we played in the game he gave me for our anniversary. I used watercolor this time and I sort of just got a bit frustrated with it. Day 4 was all about fandoms. I decided to draw a cartoon me wearing a Sailor Jupiter outfit, and a few of my other favorites. I have a little Totoro, Bulbasaur, Star Wars, X-Men, and Kuchikopi from Bob's Burgers. I liked it more before I colored it in, which is how I posted it. Day 5 was patterns. I decided to draw this floral pattern that was on the wrapping paper my ring was wrapped in. Again, I was not very satisfied with my choice in medium. Watercolor just didn't come out the way I hoped it would. Day 6 was hobbies. I have many, but went with just one for this drawing. I tried drawing yarn balls in my yarn bowl. As you can see, it did not turn out too well. I just do not do well with adding in colors. I used markers this time, and it came out not that great. Day 7 was play. I decided to draw the PS4 controllers and my 2DS, since I love playing games. I added in the shadows later, but was not pleased with this drawing at all. Day 8 was my anniversary. Since it was, I decided to draw my engagement ring. This one came out great. I think I had a better understanding of how shadows worked, but could still use some lessons. I love how the black looks when I cross-hatched over the gray marker. Day 9 was inside my bag. I've been using my convertible backpack from ModCloth, and I love it because it switches from a shoulder bag to a backpack very easily, and I love bags that are both. I decided to use my gray marker again, and I tried doing shadows, but because it was a guesstimate, it didn't turn out the best. Day 10, Art Deco. I decided to try my hand at drawing a person. I'm not very good at drawing people, but I was sort of happy with how this one turned out. But I think my favorite part of this piece are the flowers. Day 11 was plants. I used some reference photos from the book Botanicum, one I featured previously on my channel, and I decided to overlay different plants on this page. I like how this one turned out. It feels as though there's more texture, and I love how I used the gray marker to do that. Day 12 was camera. This one is a mess. I went too far, but I posted the drawing before doing so. Since my camera is black, it was sort of hard to figure out shadows in this one, and then I made the mistake of coloring in my camera. But it's still nice to learn from my mistakes. Day 13 was my wristwatch. I bought this new watch and decided to use it in Inktober, but I tried to do this freehand, so there is a huge difference in the width of each side. I tried my best to get it to look shiny as well, and the shadow effect looks a bit odd. I might try freehand drawing again though. Day 14 was book cover. I did my favorite fairy tale, Beauty and the Beast. I have this beautiful pop-up book edition, and the cover is just so very pretty. I did my best to recreate it, so it didn't turn out too bad. Day 15 was self-portrait. By this point, I still wasn't very great at drawing people, so it's not like this is a very accurate self-portrait, but I think it gets the point across. Day 16, I was watching the new Netflix Haunting of Hill House original, and so I attempted to draw Hill House, but got too entranced with the show while drawing. Got too lazy to finish it, and details were no longer important to me. What did you think about the show? Day 17. The theme for this one was to use a different paper. I decided to use this brown paper because I liked how the white gel pen looked on it, but I wasn't a fan of how I had it cut off. I should have done the entire drawing on the brown paper, but I do like how the bottom portion of the drawing looks though, and I kind of want to draw more mermaids. Day 18 was draw your pet. I have 2 cats, but since it was October, I decided to just draw Marco since he is a fluffy black cat. He actually has more gray fur around his chest and tummy, so I wish I had incorporated that more. But I love how this one came out. Just like I can't draw people, I definitely cannot draw hands. I found a tutorial online and tried following along with it. It's not my worst, but I think I preferred it in the pencil rather than inked. This one has to be my least favorite. You can really tell I was lazy this day. I went to this coffee shop for breakfast and took a photo of it. I just wasn't too excited about this prompt. at least not as excited as I thought I would be. Perhaps if I chose a different reference photo, it might have been a bit better. This one came out so good. I used an online reference photo, but it sort of makes me think of the secret garden. I love how the leaves look and how the brick turned out. There could be more detail in the actual door, but I like it this way. And I thought it was best to stop while ahead. I love Ghibli so much, so I gave it its own day. I chose Howl's Moving Castle on a whim, and it turned out better than I expected. I think I do better with objects rather than characters, so I really love this one. The shadowing came together nicely, and it just makes me smile. Do you have a favorite Ghibli movie? Day 23 was a teapot. I wanted to draw something simple for this day. I used a reference photo and drew what appeared to be tea leaves in a glass teapot. I thought it was unique, so I was satisfied with how it turned out. Day 24, I was inspired by Escher and decided to draw a staircase maze, but didn't draw it on the entire page. I was running behind this weekend, so I didn't want to spend too much time on drawing. And although the perspective is off, I think it adds character to an already interesting theme. Day 25, I don't have much to say about it. It's pretty much here, just so I have something on this day. Same with this one. My in-laws came in for this weekend, so I ran a little bit behind schedule when it came to days 24 to 28, I believe. I was struggling with the prompts I had chosen, and I wasn't feeling very motivated or inspired. I even tried doing another drawing in color, but again, not a fan. Day 29. I was caught up by this point, and dinosaurs will play a part in my wedding, so I decided to draw a T-Rex looking dinosaur for this day. Succulents will also be a part of my wedding. I thought about coloring this one, but stuck with my gray and black markers. Day 31 was a Halloween costume. Since I was busy this month, I didn't actually dress up for Halloween, but if I had, I think I would have been Tina Belcher. She is just too funny. I had a lot of fun with Inktober this month. I think my favorites have to be my ring, Howl's Moving Castle, my secret garden, Marco, and the dino. I'm glad I gave it a try. If I do it next year, I will try to think up an actual theme. I like the idea of doing drawings that tie in together somehow. It might even make it easier when drawing each drawing. Well, that's all I have for now. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll catch you in my next video.